Alright, so LR Super Android 17, the master of the very odd, very quirky design. I'm eager to put this rainbow star on him ASAP because I want to see what he's going to look like. You know, once we have some potential orb love in him, once we get some of his links leveled up, I don't know. I mean, this Super 17, he's going to get a beyond extended world tour because I just don't know how to feel about this unit. I don't have a concrete opinion on him right now. I feel like he could be anywhere between, like, the second best Extreme Class unit in the game overall and, like, complete fodder. I'm not sure at all yet. Alright, guys, so we're here in an event. I got my Super Android 17, you know, like the level 5 link range, like I typically like to do for these rainbow showcases. I've given him some... Oh, 317k defense, huh? Okay. That's without things like, you know, GT active as well. That's a good sign. Because, see, like, I was thinking about this with the Sin Shenron. But, like, if a unit is able to get, like, 300k defense, I mean, we'll see what it's going to look like for Super 17 when he doesn't have, you know, what, like, 111% support defensively. Because he's getting, what, 60% from 17 and 50% from Cell, of course. But, like, 300k defense as potentially, like, a floater in difficult events could be very good. So I gave some good equips to LR17 because... Again, the thing about him is no matter how you feel about him, on all of his category teams here, he's either the best unit on the team or the second best unit on the team. So, I mean, that's good, right? That's definitely a good sign for him, even if he could have been designed a lot better. So with regular 17, we have Android, Assault, and Fierce Battle, and then we can get Nightmare from Second Form Cell. Oh, damn. See, this sucks because we want to get hit, right? Like... But this is where you start running into issues, right? Because it's like I could make LR17 look more pretty by putting him in slot 2 to activate more of his links, but at the same time, you want him to take these hits so that he builds up his key passive and stuff like that. So, you know, you are left to sort of make decisions like that. Again, just sort of a problem of his... I mean, he has a good link set, but it's wonky. Honestly, if they just got rid of Fuse Fighter and gave him Shocking Speed, that would have been so much more helpful. 5 mil. Okay. Second Form Cell is a support type unit, but remember, MVP 17 only gives defensive support. That's not bad. I'll take that. A 5 million attack set right there, a 300k defense. Now, this Super 17, I believe, is 55%, I believe. Yeah, so we're running 150% lead GT boss / Android team, by the way. Okay, I'm going to put Rildo in slot 1. We'll let LR17 in slot 2. Now, Android 13, again, is pretty much going to be this guy's best friend. It's going to get us turns like this where we have basically everything active. But the problem is I started out with, you know, LR17 in slot 7. So I wouldn't... With LR17 starting out in slot 7 and Android 13 was in, like, slot 6, I would not have even been able to get them next to each other in this run. Because by the time I could have gotten Android 13 with my LR17, 13 would have auto-transformed in turn 5. So, you know, that's an issue with, you know, that Android 13 is that exactly right there. The fact that you can have problems, you know, happen like that, right? So Android 13, I think, would be a lot better if he was a... Okay. This is good. So now we have this Hellfighter 17 right here. This is a free-to-play World Tournament support. I mean, we have Android, Assault, Fear and Faith, Nightmare, and GT. Pretty good. And we'll be able to get up to full 24 key. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. This Hellfighter 17, again, this is another thing where it's like, damn, Dokkan, you guys are such morons. It's just so stupid that Hellfighter 17 is not on GT bosses. If this guy was on GT bosses, that would be so good for 17. And it would be so good for that GT bosses team, but they're just like, nah, you're good. Like, whatever, no, thanks, guys. All right, so let's see what 17 gets up to right here. 5.18. I mean... it's pretty consistent numbers. I mean, this is a lot of support. you know, we are running a lot of different target Goku and Android category units that are activating sort of his full passive as well. All right, let's go on to the next team now. I feel like we're definitely seeing a good look out of Super 17. He's definitely very good. But again, his design is still kind of quirky no matter what. All right, I'm actually going to get one more turn in here. See, again, this is unfortunate. This would be a crazy turn for 17 if we had Android 13's support ability active. Because, I mean, we have everything active here except for Fierce Battle, or, excuse me, except for Legendary Power and Fuse Fighter. Again, Fuse Fighter is not something you're basically ever going to have active. 270k defense right there, still pretty good. And again, we still could get even higher than that when Super 17's links go up, right? Because again, Super 17 does have a couple of links like Android Assault and GT that do give him a lot of stats, right? Like Android Assault, I believe, gets an additional key at link level 10. So that's an important link to have for 17 at link level 10. And then obviously GT progressively gets a lot of attack and defense with every link level as well. I mean, he looks solid. He's definitely not bad. He is one of the top extreme class units in Dokkan, for sure. Alright, so now we're over here on the target Goku team. We have a couple different Android 13s around, which is helpful. Of course, he does link up really well with 17. Now, the thing that sucks is we get everything active except for Fierce Battle right here. But Key is going to be an issue even on this turn with everything active except for Fierce Battle. I'll do this right here. Even if Android 13 double supers, we probably won't finish Gogeta off. But yeah, I mean, without like overloading with, because Android 17's key ability is not really that great. 300k defense, again, pretty consistently around that level. Super 17's key ability is not that great. Now, I'm consistently sort of pushing him away from building up key from his passive, but number one, it's only a 50% chance to activate anyway. Almost a 4 million attacks at under 18 key, not bad. Yeah, again, number one, it's only a 50% chance for him to even get the key, you know, when he gets hit anyway. But number two, like, I'm trying to maximize his effectiveness by putting him in front of, or by, you know, getting all of his links active and stuff like that, right? Trying to maximize his key, which is also an issue. So we're running the target Goku team. Now, it's hard to say. I feel like Android 13 is a great Android category leader, but I think he's honestly not that good as a target Goku category leader, because the thing about Android 13 is that he is a Android category support type unit, but he's leading the target Goku team. We need a new target Goku leader skill. I think target Goku is actually pretty solid as a category, right? It just needs a better leader for it than Android 13. Like, especially, like, if we get, like, you know, Piccolo Jr., you know, from the 23rd World Tournament as a Dokkan Fest, if Physical Final Form Cooler gets his EZA, like, target Goku is going to be, like, right there, ready to go. Maybe if Dokkan Fest Baby has a leader skill for target Goku. Because, like, Super 17 and then Int Broly, they have the same problem, which is they're godly, but they're not on teams that are being run right now, both Int Broly and Super 17. That's both of their issues, right? So, you know, both of them being on this team are definitely massive buffs to the team. All right, so this is a ultra good turn for Super 17. I'm going to go ahead and just build up his key, right? I'm going to use key up items to get him to 24 key. So we have these links active right here. Android Assault, Fear and Faith, Nightmare, and Fierce Battle. We have double support, 322k defense, pretty good. Sure, let's go ahead and see how much damage Super 17 is going to do right here. Probably a lot. By the way, if you're wondering what to build Super 17, you pretty much want to go exclusively crit for this guy. Because he doesn't really have good super attack effects or any reason to do additionals at all. 5.9 million right there. Remember, we are now on a double 170% attack and defensive lead. The first run, Super 17 is only giving 150% from his leader skill, right? 13 is giving double 170. Okay, can I? I would like to not finish Gogeta off right here. I brought this in Golden Frieza, who's pretty good. He, of course, is a target Goku category support type unit. But, you know, he just didn't end up on rotation to Super 17. Remember that Super 17, like, depending upon your team builds, depending upon the units you're using, his attack and defense can vary probably pretty wildly, depending upon how many Android and target Goku category allies you're rocking in the rotation with him, right? Keep in mind that that will definitely happen. Yeah, this Broly is so good, dude. Like, I've seen people, like, kind of, like, act like this guy's not that good, and that's just insanity. Like, this Broly is ridiculous. Again, it's just, like, his teams are not that good. It's the same problem as Super 17. Like, if Broly and Super 17, if their teams get supported like crazy, these units are going to be very good. But that's why, like, I think both Broly and Super 17 are just very, very easy units for you guys to skip. Like, I just don't think there's any reason to really summon for those units, right? Okay. So, we'll be able to get a lot of links active right here. I'm going to do this, right, because just to be a little bit greedy, this will get us legendary power as well. What is our defense at? 273k. We have everything active except for GT and Fuse Fighter. Let's go ahead and see how much damage we do right here. The LR androids are kind of fodder. I'm curious how much damage they would take right here. Their defense sucks for a unit that's actually not even 2 years old yet. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, this is a Dokkan event, and they're taking that much damage. And the thing that sucks, too, about the LR androids right here is that they don't give defensive support. They only give attack, which is a real bummer, right? Super 17 could definitely, like, like, Super 17's whole gimmick, 7 million right there, huh? Okay. That's pretty good. So that's with, like, we had his full passive active, right? Both units were in target Goku and Android. We had the 17% attack buff after 3 turns. After the end of the turn, he got hit in. Like, all of that was active right there. That was 7 million is solid. 7 million with, like, around 300k defense, definitely very good. All right, so now we're over here on the Artificial Lifeform / Majin Power team. One thing about this Super 17 is he is going to be a unit I think that's going to be highly reliant on support to really help him look effective. I'm going to have to use an item right here, literally just even in order to 12-key super attack. With LR Cell, we'll have 2 links, Fierce Battle and Legendary Power. Let's see how much damage we'll do next to Int LR Cell. At the very least, he is going to give us both Android and target Goku. Basically a 3 million attack stat. I mean, that's like his floor, right? So to be at that attack stat right there, like, I feel like that's a pretty good showing, honestly. Because again, it's not exactly like we didn't have any support active right there, right? Like, Exchange Boo is not on Android or target Goku. See, that's just the thing that's very disappointing about this Super 17, is how they, like, you need to use specific units with him. And it's categories with not a lot of really great units right now, right? And it's like, you know, Int Broly is a god-level unit, but not next to Super 17. They don't work well together, right? Like, you know, STR LR Broly is a god-level unit on target Goku, but not next to Super 17. Right, like, LR Baby is good, right? Like they work fine together. But, like, again, LR 16, 17, and 18, I feel like they've aged kind of poorly, right? There's just, he needs help. Like, Super 17, I would predict in 6 months. So, like, at the end of the worldwide download celebration, I think LR 17 will be much better than he is right now. That's sort of the prediction I'm going to make. Because I don't think he's really going to age that quickly. I mean, units are going to be coming out doing what he can do and more soon, right? But he's still within the top 5 best extreme class units in the game, no matter how you slice it. 175k defense right there, okay. At least when we get hit right here, we'll activate that extra part of his passive. So now we'll get the extra attack and the damage reduction. That, I think, the part of his kit I despise the most, by the way, is the fact that that damage reduction ability of his activates at the end of the turn in which he's hit. So it just leads to, like, situations where you're not even getting it until, like, turn 5 and stuff like that, right? Like, it's stupid. It's just a very, very unintelligent by Dokkan to give him something like that. Like, it's just horrible, right? There's no reason in the world that he needs to have that. Again, there's just absolutely no reason in the world that Super 17 needs to have that damage reduction ability like that. If they're gonna give him 17% damage reduction, there's no reason he couldn't just have it for free at the start. Honestly, just have it for free at the start of turn. I'd see no reason why he couldn't just have that. And I think that would have, obviously it would have been way better for this unit if he did, right? If he just had that ability for free. Because it's like 17% damage reduction is not that much, but when you are pairing it with 300k defense, it definitely can be an effective ability. I'm going to be very curious to see how Super 17 is going to fare in difficult content. I'm not even too sure, but we'll see. All right, so we're not going to have Fierce Battle or Legendary Power because I want Super 17. I want him to take all these hits right here. Let's see. Again, without Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, but with this, free-to-play Hellfighter 17 unit. Let's see what damage numbers we're going to get from Super 17 right here. We're not getting the key ability either. Yeah, there you go. Why did they make it a high chance? Like, all these, like, weird decisions by them just piss me off. 5.77 right there. So, I mean, you can see we're getting, like, attack stats just sort of jumping all over the place. From the 2 million range all the way to the 7 million range, based upon other category units in his rotation, based upon if he's getting hit or not. Just like a lot of different sort of like funky abilities like that. Wow, I actually could have gotten their active skill here. I'm actually going to use this item. I don't know. Dude, Exchange Boost sucks. I probably didn't need to use an item there, but I'm going to play it safe anyway. I'll do this. Okay. All right, so looks like we're going to get one more turn with Super 17. And we'll see how he's going to look on this next turn. Let me know what you guys think of him so far. I think we'll look at him on one more team and we'll finish up. We'll go to like maybe like Power Absorption / Majin Power. And I think we'll go ahead and finish up with his active skill. He does also have an active skill. The design is horrible. Every active skill this year, their designs just suck ass. In Broly, terrible condition. Golden Frieza 17, terrible condition. LR 17, terrible condition. Dokkan Fest Goku and Vegeta, terrible condition. It's just like, I don't know what they're thinking. Like, the active skills are like have they're the best animations in the game, voice, and they make them impossible to see. It's just not. I just don't think it's good design. All right, so this is gonna work out well for Super 17. I mean, I think we have basically this full passive active right here, a lot of support. We are in a 170% lead right here, so this is pretty good. Defense is 263. All right, let's see what we get right here. Yeah, this is a pretty good turn right here. A lot of links active, a lot of support. Super 17 is going to be sitting right there. You know, if we could get to the next turn, I actually think we would be able to use his active skill, but I think Super 17 is probably going to finish this Broly off, because, again, I gave him mostly crit. There's no reason for LR Super 17 to have additional. 5.43. Okay. Did his ability wear off where he gets hit? Like, because, see, that's the other stupid thing, right? Is that damage reduction and attack ability. I think they should have made it like Tech Ultimate Gohan at the very minimum, to where it lasts forever once you get hit once. But the fact that it only goes for 3 turns, like, just what were they thinking, dude? Ugh. Alright, so we're in the AGL Rose Dokkan event right here. Kind of a wonky rotation. AGL Super 17, Tech Super 17, and then Kid Buu. 249k defense. Remember, Super 17, you know, same name update, him also being on the team. You know, that is going to, even if he's on the same rotation, he is activating the target Goku and Android sort of support ability, right? Or, well, not support ability, but just like sort of like that passive ability of his. So, you know, running him on the same team is good. And he is good, right? AGL Super 17 is still a very strong unit. All right, so let's go ahead and see how much damage we're going to do right here. We'll do a turn or two on here. We're on Power Absorption / Majin Power. We'll do a turn or two and then I'm going to go ahead and cut, because I want to finish with the active skill again. Again, it's a pretty shitty condition. Super 17 has to get hit 7 times in order to activate the active skill condition. Again, just honestly pretty bad. Like, 7 turns, or excuse me, 7 attacks received is just a lot. You guys have heard me complain about those characters, Jiren and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, how it's like they need like 4 and 5 hits. And it's like it just doesn't happen as often as you'd like. Well, now here we have Super 17 who needs 7 hits, right? And it's like I would argue that Jiren and Gogeta's, their active skills are probably better, because like you could realistically see Jiren and Gogeta's active skill on turn 3, and when you get it on turn 3, right, like you're dominating, you're debuffing the enemy, massively powering yourself up. Super 17 just does this attack, and then he debuffs the enemy. But when in the hell are you ever gonna take 7 hits like in turn 1? You're not. So like any stage where you can get his active skill, the enemy is going to be immune to having their attack lowered. And the attack lowering part has got to be, like, that's the main draw of it, right? The fact that, like, you know, he can have the attack lowering, so I don't know. Just very, very odd. The damage is going to be a lot better than, like, the Dokkan Fest Goku and Vegeta, by the way. Because Dokkan Fest Goku and Vegeta, keep in mind that they're only TURs with low attack stats for TURs, by the way, too. At least for Dokkan Fest TURs. Whereas Super 17 is a summonable LR with monstrous attack, right? So, alright, I think we'll probably we'll get one more rotation with Super 17 right here. And then I'm just going to skip ahead, and we're going to finish up with this boy's active skill. So, let me know what you guys think of Super 17 at the rainbow level. Good equips, you know, Link level 5, stuff like that. I'm going to level up Super 17 a little bit more. I want to get his links probably to like the 8 range or so. And then I'm going to start taking him in the difficult content. We'll take LR Super 17 into the God event. We'll take him into the GT Legendary Goku event. We'll take him into these events, and we'll see how powerful he looks. I haven't even thought of what team I'm going to run him on for the God event, by the way. I'll have to think about that. Alright, so this is a pretty good rotation, by the way, for Super 17 right here. So we have a lot of support. I think his defense was debuffed. I think his defense might actually be higher than that 260k right there, because he was debuffed. Alright, so let's go ahead and see how much damage we will do on this turn right here. Remember that, you know, Buu Piccolo is supporting, right? Buu Piccolo is supporting, Kid Buu is supporting. We're getting a lot of support on this rotation. So we'll get this attack stat, 5.56 right there. And then again, we will just go ahead and finish up. We'll finish with the active skill, and we'll get his special KO screen. I love when they give the active skills a KO screen, by the way. Like, yeah, I mean, you're going to see his KO screen more often than, like, you know, LR Int Rose, but it's still going to be pretty uncommon to see. Alright, so, thanks guys for watching. We'll finish up with the active skill, and I'll catch you guys next time.